Libra, welcome to Aether Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning, and if you're new here, then we're doing a general collective reading today. So just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Flip and switch the roles if you need to. That's way too many. I'm not going to take those. So, yeah, don't try and make the story fit though. Like, flip and switch the roles, but don't try and have it fit if it's not your story. Just let it go. Okay, you've got the staff. Again, you've had this in your last reading. You've had it in multiple readings. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So I'm feeling like you've just got this security concern. Like nothing's wrong right now, but there's like this fear of worst case scenario happening and what you're going to do, and kind of like you're feeling like you need a backup plan and you're not confident in your backup plan or something, or a backup person, or, you know, if something doesn't work that you're working on right now in life, it's like you're afraid of something going terribly wrong. Almost in a, like, even though something's not going wrong right now, it's almost like you're in a state of, like, you know, you go in and out of a state of panicking about future circumstances that could happen. So you just need to know you will be taken care of if difficult times do fall on you. You've got people that love you, that support you, and I just kind of get this like sense of, you know, you want to be independent and you don't want to have to rely on somebody, because, you know, like, then you've got to trust that, you know, they'll do the right thing. And maybe you've had a lot of people, like unreliable people in your life, and I don't know, you don't want to burden the ones that are reliable, that sort of thing. I don't know. So we've got time to go out and have fun. I'm pretty sure, who had that recently? Was it you as well? Or who had that? Somebody had that yesterday. I can't think right now. I think it's, no, can't remember. We've got the Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Problems to be resolved. So I guess whatever these problems are is, you know, saying don't back down from them. Like, don't kind of give in. You may be feeling like, okay, if plan A doesn't work, I'm just going to have to give in. But no, there is obviously another way, or just stand your ground here. Yeah, and I don't know, like maybe you've been spending a lot of time at home lately, or just a lot of time work, home. It is time to like throw some fun in there. We've got spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding with the torch. So I feel like this is like still developing in you. This is out here in more of like a future position, but I feel like as your awareness grows, like your awareness is growing as you develop yourself through, you know, these life problems and life circumstances. Your awareness about who you are and your capacity, and like I feel like your understanding is growing in every way, and maybe you're starting to realize that this is all part of your spiritual development. This is all part of the journey you were meant to go on. And so sometimes it can feel like you made some wrong decisions, you took the wrong path, or you trusted the wrong people, or how did you get up here? But no, like you are meant to go through this. And sometimes, you know, if you can take a step back and start looking through a different lens at your life, and if you take the perspective of, okay, I'm meant to be learning something here, I was meant to have this experience, even if it's just a more empowering perspective for you to come from, then it changes your experience and your reality so much to come from an empowering, objective position. At the bottom of the deck, we've got broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. So that's, but we've also got great worry over nothing. So this could be this feeling like, you know, if you were to leave your job or leave your relationship with this parting of the ways, you could be considering this right now, seriously considering it, and you're like, but how will I get by? And so, you know, it's saying like you will be taken care of. I feel like you're not going to have any problems whatsoever if you fall on difficult times. And so go out and enjoy your life and don't back down from, I mean, this could be because you're having problems in your relationship or with your work, maybe with a boss or a, you know, manager or something. I feel like if you don't back down, you're gonna pull through with what you need. So yeah, okay, because there's great worry over nothing. So you're thinking the worst, and it's killing your joy. So, but yeah, and really getting like there's this big problem hanging over your head right now. So let's see. Magician in reverse. You could be feeling like you're being manipulated. Page of Swords in reverse. Like somebody's not telling you the truth or not speaking up. You're being manipulated. Maybe you're doing the manipulating. Flip and reverse the roles. Like just apply it how it resonates. But I think you're feeling like you're being manipulated by somebody. Or like you're maybe having to feel like you're going to have to manipulate a certain situation to be able to be taken care of. Like as if you've got to give something to get something, and you can't just rely on somebody to give out of unconditional love. Like somebody's sort of, I did this for you, so now you can do this for me. Or I'm coming to collect that favor one day, or yeah, something like this is going on. But they're not directly saying that. They're not saying it, but it's the energy that's coming across. It's the feeling. And you're also like with the Magician in reverse, it's like something that you haven't so the lesson with the Magician in reverse is that you're still mastering your ability to manifest for yourself. You're still mastering all the tools in your toolbox. That you haven't awoken to the fact that you have everything you need, everything that it takes. You don't feel that way. You feel like you still do need to rely on some other people outside of yourself, and you don't. But any card in the reverse is giving a message that you're still mastering this level of your journey in the tarot, in this respect, in this area of your journey cycle that you're in. So you may have mastered it in a different area of life, but in this particular area, you are still mastering the Magician. And I feel like it's around your, like your security, which is probably financial security. It could also be emotional security. So just take it how it goes. So, and maybe you haven't fully admitted something to yourself about this too. Like really done a deep dive into it. That, really trust yourself. Admit to yourself that no, you don't feel capable in some area of your life. That you've got everything that it takes. Like you're doubting yourself somewhere. So, it may sound harsh, but it's like, how do we ever grow in a different area where we're feeling lack or where we're showing some weakness if we don't first admit it to ourselves? What do they say about the first step to was it like AA? The first step is admitting you're an alcoholic. Acknowledging any area that needs to be worked on. The first step is acknowledgement. You can't tackle a problem that you haven't acknowledged is there. So, and I'm not saying it's a problem. It's not a problem, but it's an area you can grow. And it's not to say that you haven't mastered it to a certain point, but we're not going to put a glass ceiling on anything. We're forever going to be pushing ourselves to grow and to get to that next level. So, clarify the Magician in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I was getting that. So your ability to generate new financial opportunities to come your way. It's finances that you're feeling like you're needing to be taken care of because you're not trusting that you have what it takes to do it for yourself completely. So this is like a false sense of security that you're experiencing. And I feel like because you haven't trusted yourself or you haven't mastered that side of yourself, you're dealing with somebody who's manipulating you with money, or you're feeling manipulated with money because, you know, like it's showing up in your reality because your inner world, your outer world's a representation of your inner world. So it's like a reverse projection. If you truly believe you need another person or circumstance to support you because you haven't, mastered that ability within yourself, then you're going to create the circumstances that support that belief system. Hope that makes sense. So, what's the Magician to the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like something is returning to how it was before. It's like you're repeating this lesson because you didn't get it last time. So it feels like it's like you're going back to someone, or you're going back to a person that treats you this way, and you have probably left somebody in the past who treated you this way, and you left them because they treated you this way, and now you're doing it again, or you're putting up with it again, or the person, this new person, or this new circumstance, this new employer, whoever it is, whatever the situation in your life, so you're going back to the same type of circumstances because the belief system hasn't changed within you. So it's like something you would not tolerate any longer in another person, and now somebody new is doing it to you again, and you said you weren't gonna be in that type of situation or put up with that ever again. You wanted your independence, and now it's like the cycle is repeating. It's going back to the same old. Okay. So I'm sort of getting like you get to a point where you're fed up, you've had enough, and that's done. But then a little bit of time lags, and then you take back those circumstances or that person, or and you put up with it all over again. Because it's not the person that's doing it. Yes, they've got issues if they're treating you in a transactional way. However, that just wouldn't be something you ever allowed back or tolerated if you had resolved that inner belief system in yourself. So that's what there is to work on, is your self-worth. Because it wouldn't be a come and go thing. It would just be a very strict line, boundary that couldn't be crossed once it's resolved in you. So you're going back to it because you're feeling like you need to be taken care of and you're in a difficult time or something like that. And the tarot is saying you don't need to. you're good without it. So time to go out and have some fun. You know, stop worrying. Stop worrying, start living a bit more. Okay, what's the time to go out and have fun? Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you could have been in this bit of scarcity mentality. Like, it's like there's a project, or there's something with your work, or there's something with money that you've wanted to do it, but it's like you've created, or you know, you're doing it in a way where you're making it heavy, and you're making it too serious, and you're not having fun with it like you used to or anymore. I don't know, you need to sort of lighten up about something to do with work, money, projects. You know, like something, maybe there's been something niggling you in your mind that you've really been wanting to try or really wanting to do, but you've blown it out of proportion in your mind, and then you've procrastinated on it. So it's like, just get on the bike and go for a little ride and enjoy yourself. You don't have to, you know, maybe you want to ride a bike and you've made it into like, oh my God, I can't ride a bike until I am at the elite level of doing those, you know, what's the competition, like some world class, like until I'm fit enough, until I've already got like all the things, I'm not going to get on that bike. Like, I need to be the best when I get on that bike. It's like, no, just get on the bike and go for a little ride around the block. You've made something too much in your mind, and therefore you're not even doing it and having fun with it. Like, whatever this thing is, this little project you want to do, you've created every excuse under the sun why not to start. You know, and like the whole reason for it is like, it's something that you love. It's something that you love to do, something that maybe like helps you chill out. This feels like a hobby, or something that you haven't put any time into, or you've just been stuck in your head about it. 8 of Swords. You have like completely distorted something around it. Like, you've turned something that should be a fun project or hobby or something into like hard work in your mind. Or like you've become such a perfectionist about how it's got to go that you just like can't even get started. You're so stuck in your head. You're stuck in the planning phase so that you can't get into the doing phase for something. And yeah, so it's stripping the love out of it. Like, it's become like you've put pressure on yourself with something instead of, you know, having fun with it. It's something that you're feeling trapped. Maybe feeling trapped in your life, trapped in your day-to-day, trapped in your house. What's the 8 of Swords to the 3 of Pentacles? Yeah, and just this mindset that you've got yourself in. And it's a mindset. It's not a literal what's happening thing, but you have created all the reasons for why it's true. It's the same as this other belief system. It's the same for every belief system. That's what we do, is we find evidence to support our beliefs constantly, subconsciously, and all the time, and throughout our entire lives, to convince ourselves we're right about why we think a certain way, behave a certain way, or procrastinate, or, you know, we give ourselves the reasons. So therefore, these plans don't move forward. 3 of Wands in reverse. It's like, you don't make it past the 2 of Wands. You don't make it past the thinking about it, planning it to a point, never gets started, it never goes anywhere. And you'll keep finding reasons for why you couldn't. So, but, you know, like Tarot's telling you, time to have some fun with it. Like, get lighthearted about it. Stop having to be the world's best about it, like you can't do it unless you do it perfectly, or there's some fear you've got attached to something you really enjoy doing, but you're not doing it because you've made it all so serious. And yeah, so get out of this state of mind, and that'll get you so 9 of Swords in reverse, like you need to just chill out, pour a glass of wine, put some music on, and do that thing that you love. Okay, so do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Who is this towards? This is like a person, a situation. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the upright. So is this to do with your money? I feel, or your worth, your self-worth. So this I feel like is tied to this first row. It's like maybe you're in with a person or in a sort of circumstance that you're staying in because you feel like you need it for some sort of like long-term thing or some sort of support for a different problem, but that's not working, and you don't need to, is what the card is saying. You don't need to put up with this shit. You don't need to be in that mindset to tackle this problem over here. So whatever this problem is over here, don't back down, and you will get what you want. What's the Wheel of Fortune? This could be something too this could be something that goes on for like another year or so. The Fool. This is about taking a leap of faith. Like, just, you know something is possible, and you may not have it. It's just like, just do it. Something is in the cards for you, and it's saying just grab your stuff and go for it. Like, go against the grain here. Do something out of the ordinary. Take a risk. See, the Fool, not everybody is brave enough to start something new, to go out on a limb like he is. And this is starting a new journey with your fortune. In his knapsack there, he has all these tools that the Magician has. So, you know, the Fool comes straight before the Magician. So you're at this stage, you're willing to take that leap of faith, but now you're mastering the Magician. So you don't realize that you've got the wand. You've got the aces. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords. You've got them all, but because it's in reverse, you're not realizing you've got everything in your toolbox. And the Fool has it in his rucksack here. He's got it, but he's just like carrying it. He hasn't got it laid out on the table yet. So you have everything. You just don't even realize you've got it all. You're not using it. It's your advantage. So it's good because, you know, you're taking these new steps for yourself in your life. Like you are doing a lot of things lately that are new for you to do on your own is the thing. Like, somebody's not doing it for you. I feel like you're in a bit of a mindset where you are afraid to do some things on your own. Like, you feel like you need that support, but you don't. It's just that you haven't done certain things on your own before, and you're currently tackling like this financial thing, and you know, like, it's personal, and maybe you've like been used to letting somebody else handle that side of life. Like, if you're a feminine, maybe a masculine has always kind of handled the financial side, or they have for the most recent years. And flip it, reverse it. If you're the masculine, perhaps the feminine has been the one to handle all the accounts for however long. Now you're handling them on your own. you're taking this risk to handle some things on your own, but you're like, for the financial stuff, it's like, okay, you've taken one step, you're in this full energy and you've mastered that, but now you've got to master the Magician with the same thing. So I feel like the same lesson here is showing up twice, but it's not the same lesson. It's two different circumstances, but it's the same belief system that you're still like pushing through. That is the challenge. Man, Libra, when you get this one, this is the big one. This is huge because it's not just finances. It's finances linking to your self-worth. So when you get that like self-worth, that's that inner stable, secure feeling. That belief, that inner belief comes first. Page of Swords in reverse that came out before, it's coming out again because it's the same lesson. So you've got to admit this to yourself. Like, yeah, you know, the first step is admitting it. The first step is talking about it. You know, acknowledging this is the area to work on, this is the problem, or this is the limited belief system. Because you'll find every reason to look outside yourself for, you know, no, it's because this person did that and that person did that and the circumstance didn't work out that way, and it'll be every other reason. And you could even have the reason for how you got to be that way as a child. You know, like, you cannot be, you can't work on a limited belief system that you have, regardless of how you got it. You can't be a victim of it. You have to be responsible for transforming it, otherwise it won't transform. So it's, God, I feel like I'm being really tough in this reading. It's not, but oh well. All right, problems to be resolved. What's this? Knight of Cups. Who is this Knight of Cups? The Moon in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Judgment. There's a transition somebody is resisting. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Are you resisting an ending with somebody you just know that, like, or somebody else is resisting an ending with you? I don't know, like, I feel like there's some circumstances here that, I don't know, if you're at work or something, you could be resisting firing somebody. You don't really want to, but they need to go. Who's this Knight of Cups? Ooh. You know, I feel like you're in this Knight of Cups energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. I feel like you need to stop offering your cup to somebody and pull your power back here. Pull your power back from a situation that is like, or you need to stop accepting somebody who's offering their cup but they're toxic. Like, you don't just get love in that cup, you get a bunch of mess in that cup. And it doesn't matter if, you know, they genuinely love you, but their life is a mess and they come with drama, and that then comes into your life and it impacts you. It doesn't matter, you know, like, if their love's pure but they come with this mess, like, as in, you know, you have to really weigh that up. And you need to stop offering your cup to a bunch of toxic shit, to all this mess. There's a need to pull back here. And clarify the Devil in reverse to the Knight of Cups. Queen of Swords in reverse. See, I feel like you're in this Queen of Swords in reverse energy, but you're in reverse because you're still putting up with the toxic mess here. And you know, everybody can be in reverse at times in their life. It doesn't mean you're karmic, it doesn't mean you're a toxic person or anything like that, but you could be going through circumstances that have you, you know, sometimes we just know we're in the reverse. Yeah, there's something I feel like you need to quit. Quit taking, or quit doing, or even a mindset. I feel like when you do, yeah, I don't know. We've got a King of Pentacles here in reverse too. This could be who you're dealing with. But we've also got him coming in with the Sun. So I don't know, like, he seems to like, this is the initial feeling I got when that Devil card came out was that, you know, somebody comes with their genuine cup of love, but a bunch of drama, a bunch of toxic behavior, and it's like this King of Pentacles in reverse, it brings out the worst in you. Like, brings out that toxic side of you, like it exasperates any of your demons as well. You're with somebody who, yeah, brings out the worst in you rather than the best in you. Or, you know, maybe not all of it, but just, yeah, you're not the best side of yourself. Like, this person is the reason you're in reverse here. Or, like, you're the reason. But this exasperates that, like, this person exasperates the circumstances, and then you know, you can't, like, it's not you can't keep yourself in a positive way because you get in your head, and just this whole, you're not very well matched here. Well, you certainly aren't right now. So, you know, like a Swords and a Pentacles, they're very, very ill-matched in the energies that you're currently in. So, in Libra, you normally always show up as the Empress, but not now, not right now. So, what it's saying is, like, the circumstances are getting worse than they have been. So, problems aren't getting solved. Problems are getting worse. But you're trying to, like, just be in the Sun energy. It's not real. It's not working. It's like faking a happiness. Somebody is. Maybe both of you are. But spiritual development. Okay. Well, you know, every time you break these sorts of cycles, you definitely do knock yourself up a few notches in your spiritual development, enlightenment. You know, the understanding needs to be there. If it was there right now, you wouldn't be in this problem. So there could be kids involved, which makes it a bit more complicated. What's the spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness? Three of Swords. It's like, now this happens, this is not the only way this can happen, and yet it seems to be one of the big ones, that when we hit low points in our life, when we have heartbreak, when we have, like, rock bottom moments in our lives, those are the catalysts for the biggest kind of growth, spiritual, personal, all of it. It's where we, like, hit a lot of strengths. But it's sad that it has to get to that point. For some people, it always has to get to that point for them to, like, grow. It doesn't need to. It doesn't have to be that case. But it's like there's possibly a Three of Swords coming up here for you in the future. And it's like, maybe you're bringing that in. Maybe you're bringing in a breakup with this King of Pentacles, and it's going to be a Three of Swords for him. But, you know, I don't think that, like, you're going to try to hurt anybody. And I feel like, you know, it's going to be hurtful for you too. But it could be either way. So, yeah. So here we've got Two of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Moon. So I think you just get to a point that you have to choose. You know, you get to this Two of Swords and you need to make a choice, because, like, yeah, it's gotten toxic for you, and toxic for maybe even if you've got children around. Like, this Page of Swords could be one of your children, because you're a Queen of Swords. So, you know, they're in the reverse too. So when there's this toxic, you know, because when you go down in the dumps, if you've got kids, when you're not high vibing, you can't be the best mother that you can be to be for your children. You know, you're down in the dumps because, you know, you've got some other toxic energy, you know, pushing in on your life. So then your kids are impacted because you're impacted. So, you know, gets to a point where it's like you've got to make a choice what you've got to cut out. And I think you're getting there quite quickly. And you're getting there because you're getting this understanding and alignment that, you know, you got to stop, like, just allowing people to impact your life in such a way. What, because they haven't done their learning, because they haven't done their healing and their growth? It's no excuse. No excuse. Even if their cup is genuine love, but they come with all their unhealed baggage. It's just, you've got to choose whether or not you want to take that on in your life. The Moon in reverse, it's like you're slowly opening up to, you know, like, all these what's been hidden from you. It's like what's been hidden from your view, or what you've been not letting yourself see. Like, you just didn't want to look at it because you didn't want to have to make a choice or something. You have not been listening to your intuition on this matter, because, like, it's like you're not dealing with this situation, this relationship, the way that you would if you didn't feel like there was some sort of, like, financial security thing. Like, it's this negative belief system that's personal to you with this other problem, this transactional problem, is having you tied up in a personal situation that you otherwise wouldn't be in. You know, so, like, it's, this problem is compounded into another problem, which then just takes your energy and your time and your focus away from just dealing with the one problem that you have. It's like it's compounded into more of your personal life. So, yeah, you're feeling like you've got limited options, and there's a Tower moment here. I mean, obviously, you just wanted this to be a happy family situation, stability. Like, this is what you were looking for here. You were looking for this Four of Wands. But what actually is about to occur is a Tower, a total crumbling of this foundation. And it may be that you find out about a Three of Swords or a third-party situation, and this brings in a Three of Swords. Something happens here. Something happens here, and this foundation is going to crumble. Now, this isn't about giving you bad news. This is about, like, this is the predictable future for the energy you're in. And so this is where you can go, okay, if I've got a GFC coming up or a pandemic coming up, okay, now I can, like, plan for that and not be caught off guard. Because the Tower typically catches people off guard. But you've got this reading to it, you know, have you be able to go, all right, well, like, I need to prepare for the worst here. So you can emotionally prepare, mentally prepare. Now you're going to feel like it limits your options, or something may have you feel like you don't have any options, that you're stuck. But I feel like if you have your mindset prepared, you're not going to feel like this when this tower hits. And it could be you that's bringing a tower on them. So, Libra, I'll leave this reading here. Let's get you some advice. Woo, this has been a little heavy. I mean, it's been a bit of like a... I feel like I've been slapping you around the head. Not meaning to. Definitely not meaning to. But like, the biggest thing is there's just been this big lesson in here when it comes to your like financial security. And it's not, it's just happening in your reality because of your belief system. Like, it's, you can just feel this underlying current of the circumstances are showing up around your beliefs. And it's just like this one big thing to transform out here. And it's probably been there your whole life. So yeah. Alright, advice for Libra. Come on. Give me a card. Focus on higher truths. See, I kind of like, I feel like that goes into like that admitting the problem so you can work on the problem. It's, you know, admit that higher truth to yourself. But let's see what it has to say. Can actually also be like, before I've even read it, like, get out of your own stuff and like focus on like the bigger picture. Like, step back from like the details of your life that feel so significant when you're focused on them. But like, if you just like step back and look at like the bigger picture, then you can actually see your problems as like very small in the scheme of things. You know, we're all very small in the universal scheme of things. So decipher between what is temporary and what is eternal. While your truth constantly changes as you learn new things, it's important to develop a student-like mind and to spend some of your day reaching for a higher truth. Thus, building your soul strength and cleansing your spirit will not only serve you in this life, but also in future incarnations. To open the door to higher truths requires you to develop a deep desire for spiritual wisdom. This can take place by asking profound questions such as, what is the difference between my soul and my spirit? Where did I come from, and who are the beings involved in creating this physical reality? What is the role of the angels? Where do I go after I die, and how can I learn more about it? The most important question you can ask is, what do I need to work on in this life that creates eternal forces? And what is temporary and passes away? This takes you out of a state of worry and into a real place of exploration. Take some time to contemplate and write down everything that you spend your time worrying about in this life. Know that these things are temporary. Then write down what you consider to be eternal, such as your relationships with your loved ones, your spirit, any work you do on real inner transformation and challenging habits, who the higher beings are, etc. Decide to spend time focusing on higher truths on a daily basis. So, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding right here. Yeah, I just, like I said right at the beginning, I feel like this is really big on, if you see your life through in these problems and this journey and these circumstances through a vase of, you were meant to go through these experiences. If you step back and look at it like that, rather than getting so in it and caught up in it, it's like dominating your mindset and your experience. If you have that different perspective, I think that you'll feel so much more empowered, and these problems will feel so much smaller and very temporary. All of this is very temporary. It's all meant to be this way. You are meant to be mastering what you're focusing on now on this level of your journey. So, all right, Libra, we'll leave it there. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope the messages were helpful. And if you like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Help it to grow. And thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes, comments, subscribes, and confirmations, all that good stuff. I'll be back in a couple of days. Your next reading will be on the 10th. So keep your notification bell on so you get an update when that drops. And take care. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.